So we just got done finishing the offseason where I think we did an all right job. I think we added as many players that we could, and a lot of those guys do have potential. I think it was just kind of a weak draft class, and free agency was filled with really just a bunch of running backs, which honestly, that was the one position we were good at. Last year, we were good at stopping the run, and we were very good at running the ball itself when compared to the rest of the league, and that was without big home run plays, right? You know, our running back is not a home run hitter. So when you look at the average yards, we had, some of the highest. We were top 10 in the league. Without that home run hitter, really, that's really impressive. It's more impressive than just a normal season, especially with a passing attack that isn't that great. The problem is we go into this season with really not much improved for that passing attack, right? Wide receiver, we might have a new wide receiver 3. We do have a new tight end who definitely can stretch the field. Now, that is a definite change and upgrade. A lot of speed, a lot of height, good catching. This guy hopefully just adds to the pass attack by a lot. And then, of course, we didn't really do much for the quarterback position. A couple of offensive linemen, right? New right tackle, new center, new left guard. Of those players, maybe 2 of them are more long-term guys. Manu is better than his actual overall states. And then, of course, Fashanu is our best lineman by a mile. Broden's still wide receiver 2. Wayne's still wide receiver 1 for now. Maybe we mix-match those. But, yeah, not a whole lot on the offensive side. But on defense, we did add some things. We added a right end. We added a DT. Not the best DT in the world. We added an outside linebacker. We added a backup safety in Ransom. And then, of course, we added a couple of corners. One of them, notably, a star development trade UDFA named Matt Fant, who is going to be playing the slot role for now, but for all you know, he could end up taking one of the starting jobs very, very quickly. Of course, for right now, Malik Willis seems to be the starter. We talked about Jalen Milroe might be the guy that we would expect to come out winning the job, but at the very same time, it could be Donnelly, could be McCarron, because you got some accuracy there. It's just, can a non-mobile quarterback survive with this offensive line? I have no idea. I think we're about to try and find out here in preseason. We're going to try to give every single quarterback, which I think we have 6 on the roster, 1 drive each game if possible. We're going to try to give every single one of these guys a chance, and I think we release 1 every single preseason game that's over, so we're down to 3. It could be McCarron, it could be DTR. It could be Malik Willis. Who knows? I mean, these dead hits don't mean a whole lot to me because we have a lot of money. If we have to release him, we have to release him. I would say the likelihood is that Milroe, Donnelly, and then either Willis or DTR stay. But for all I know, all 3 could be gone, and it's everyone else. We'll find out as we head on to week 1 of preseason against the Branson Vipers. Of course, I'm not 100% sure if you're seeing this on a Sunday or a Monday because I don't know what the light goal, what happened there or not. But regardless of the point, if you guys do end up enjoying this one, maybe leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Don't know if we're going to do a light goal. I think we're just going to do 2 games episodes pretty much daily. I think that's just going to be the plan. Pretty much daily, 2-game episodes. I think that would make a lot of sense. Let me know what you guys think. As, this is big. These preseason games are massive. We got to figure out who the hell to start. We're going to rock 6-minute quarters. I think that gives you enough time. 1 quarterback every minute. That's not how it works. There's 4 freaking quarters. But, yeah, I really don't know what to expect at certain positions. Quarterback, maybe wide receiver 3. I think O-line, that kind of stuff is pretty much solidified because we're just so limited on what we can do there. DT is a big question mark. Cornerback's a big question mark. That's really it. But the big one is obviously quarterback. And let me tell you, we sim a couple plays because I was thinking, defensively, considering there's not as many positions up for grabs, I was just going to sim till third quarter or third down and then play. Couldn't do it. Nick Martin intercepts the ball for 38 yards almost immediately. Let's see what we got with this offense. Starting ones. See outside, drop by Scadaboo. That's not a great start. Of course, Ali had his moments. He was definitely the big run hitter of the bunch if there ever was one. But yeah, Scadaboo is basically locked in as the starter. That's a really good throw considering we threw that a lot sooner than we wanted to because the pressure. Swain gets wide open. Good find for 9. Fashion who died going against freaking Jermaine Johnson. As we're going to be on the run, Malik Willis is not going to get it. Wow, what reaction time that was. Was that Jermaine in coverage? No way. That is actually absurd. Jermaine Johnson might be the greatest player of all time. He's locking up our backup tight end, and then he just sees us running and just kills us. And off inside for Scadaboo, who dropped a wide open pass earlier. 4th and inches, and he's going to try trucking. Can't. Gets to the 1. Let's hurry up with that original slant look we had. See if we can dump it off real quick. We should have taken Broden, but wide open is Wayne for the touchdown. Malik Willis, 1 for 1. It was only a 15-yard drive, but still got the job done. And again, another interception. We're not going to have a chance. What is Bo Nix doing? Unbelievable. The team's kind of cooking. Swain, that's a tough one. Did he? Oh my God, that would have been an insane catch. Because preseason, for the sake of Swain, how good of a catch that attempt was, I've got to give him a chance. I know his feet are out, but I got to give him a chance. Pretty sure right foot is out, but look at the concentration. Wait, is that not a catch? Right foot was down? No? They're going to say it wasn't a catch. I'm so confused. Was it not down? I can't even pause it. Really? Really? Wow, okay. I guess I'm not going to be able to see. I swear he had that foot down first. Weeks, and that's vastly behind him. Not a good look at all from Willis. And that will be returned. Huge hit to the 28-yard line. A little flat-footed, admittedly, but still not a good look. I mean, this is a touchdown. The ball's on the money. Yeah, I need this ball there. I mean, that's a touchdown. And it's so flat. It's picked off by even the free safety, let alone the underneath. Who the hell was it? Linebacker? I think linebacker. No, it's corner. And they do get a touchdown themselves entering the second quarter now. We now have Jalen Milroe in. Of course, the thing with him right now is that he's got all the backups. And Milroe showing off a little bit of speed. Not really getting that much separation with the legs, though. Throws it away to live another down. Didn't love the blocking there, I'll tell you that. In behind the defense, Gadsden, pretty big play to the 48. Don't know how I feel about Milroe's running ability, though. Like, he should be the fastest, but he doesn't feel the fastest. You know what I mean? It's a tough throw, but he puts it on the money, and it is caught. Smith Marset, a guy that honestly got unfairly replaced. Like, he was really good for us, yet, you know, he got screwed. And they're not going to catch him this time. Okay, there goes Milroe looking fast. Goes out of bounds to the 17. And mind you, he did run a lot already. That's that athleticism we just don't have with some of the quarterbacks on this roster, which is going to hurt their chances automatically. Little dump off, pretty simple throw. Gadsden gets about 11. Gonna go back to stick. I really like this play because you obviously have to like make a read, and that's a pretty good read. Drop by Kincaid would have been at least to the 3. Backup running back is sort of on the list of like openings, right? Here goes Milroe again. Run out of time, and that's going to be picked off. Not a good throw, but that's more of an ill-advised one than a bad throw itself. All right, 3rd and 2, but obviously we have the backups in. Like all the backups. Fans out there as a boundary guy, I suppose. We'll say their freaking starting quarterback is pretty bad. Oh, my God. Charbonnet looks huge, by the way, no? And yet another interception, this time by Tariq Carpenter. Now it's time for Donnelly to come in. Once again, we wanted to make sure that we can get all the starters in. Take the tight end underneath. Gets a really good block from the running back. That plays a value, right? Ali. Should have went out of bounds. Maybe a rookie mistake, even though Gadsden's no longer a rookie. We took a little bit of a risk there, but it's a great throw. Donnelly delivers. I know the clock's running, but, we got time here, I think. I think we're fine. And to the back of the end zone. Touchdown. It's a pretty smooth drive. Donnelly scores to Steffens. And here, kind of a favorite of the team, Dominic. I always call him Dominic. Dorian Thompson-Robinson with an underthrow on what could have been a touchdown. It is not Dominic Thompson-Robinson. Cool name, but not truthful. This is not true. Little dump off. Don't have a lot of openings. You get about 3. I will say there is something about having mobility that also does kind of hurt you because you want to like take off pretty early when things aren't going well. As Steffens shows off a lot of speed. Reason why him and Weeks were drafted. Decently high, mind you. They weren't very good players, but they're very fast. And we're going to barely get that ball off as Gadsden. A lot of play action success in this one. Let's say so far the plus players would be Milroe for the most part, Donnelly for sure, and so far DTR. Have to dump it off again because they're just not going to have a look deep. Play action just isn't the way. And I know we are throwing the ball a lot, but these are the guys that we need to worry about. That ball is uncatchable. And here, this is a play that, you know, would probably run a screen on, but the screen's not really going to show me much, is it? And we're going to throw that to the tight end. Gives him a great chance at it. No hospital pass and first down. So one thing with this team, if you need an underthrown ball, we can deliver it. Call it a comeback. And we're going to have to just dump it off to the running back who has nowhere to really go. Fights for 5. So the thing is, how do you make a judgment on players when one of the guys you kind of see as maybe a really good option in Malik Willis was one of the worst performing so far? Do you really let Malik Willis go? I don't know. Let's see if we can get a slam from Marset. I don't think they're going to fall for this, though. That safety's going to be watching. Tight end wide open. Drops it. Wow. Haven't really seen much defense, but like I said, for sort of good reasons. It's going to be a tough one again. And that one is caught, so put some respect on Steffen's name. He is climbing the board here a little bit. 3rd and inches. But yeah, Steffen's making some tough plays, making some great plays after the catch with all that speed. Shown his value as a true 3-4-5, if you will. As we're going to try to get out there. We overrun it by a lot. And Charbonnet's still in, by the way. Good effort on the tackle. Didn't finish him, but did a good job to at least finish up. I should have said finish him the first time, because otherwise what I said was just stupid. Let's see what we got for ourselves. Oh my God, where the hell is Gadsden going? We have so many quarterbacks that like we genuinely might not get all the way through. We really might not. That ball is good enough. Once again, Steffen's proved himself. I really didn't see a spot on this team for Steffens to be like a starter, but I'm liking him a lot. I don't know. That throw is a little underthrown again. I mean, is Malik Willis really on his way out? I mean, that's the vibes I'm getting right now. Like, who else do you get rid of? Do you just do another game of this many guys starting and hope you see something? That's a lot to ask for. That is going to be a pick. Not a bad throw, just a bad decision. And now, while it was super short-lived because, well, we sold, we are going to see Parrish just to at least guarantee everyone gets a chance. And hit as we're throwing, can't even get the ball off. I don't have a freaking agenda here, dude. I'm literally just trying to, you know, find a guy. That's a really good throw, as Steffens has just been perfect. As of right now, Steffens is like on par to steal a starting spot, like the number 3. That's a tough throw, and that is also going to be picked off. Oh my God, though. They are picking off every single pass we give them. Don't get me wrong, that is a force, but we're going to rotate all the way back to the front. Malik Willis. See if he can try to bring us back, maybe. It's a good throw, but of course dropped. It's a perfect throw. Honestly, after first game preseason, I have no idea. I have no idea at all. We have had bad throws by the quarterbacks, really bad decisions by us. I don't know what to think. As we have Gadsden with a broken finger, so I mean, if he was a quarterback, that'd be a little bit easier. And we just have to dump it off to the running back. And Ali tries to slip him. Like, who do you actually, like, say did the best or did the worst? Like, nobody. And we're hit as we're throwing. Like, Donnelly, I want to say, was the best. But we had guys that had good drives in general. And I also think we're going to give the rookie a chance at this field goal if we actually get into range for it. And that is a really bad throw by Willis, I got to admit. That is a bad throw. That is a throw that needs to be completed. And he just misses it. Say what you will about how far we drop back. I don't care. Bumped, and not Willis's fault, as they were just on that, and we're not going to get up there. Probably the best thing that could happen to us, though. All right, Donnelly is in. If he is to get us down the field for a touchdown, he automatically is one of the guys. And that's a wide open Steffens, admittedly. Hopefully that shoulder pad hit out of bounds. I think it did. It seemingly did. All right, I mean, that's a good start to the drive. I do like Donnelly a lot here. And that is a terribly thrown ball. Threw to him late because I thought we had someone else open. Did not. A lot of time wasted on that one for sure. And that is another bad throw by Donnelly, man. Could it be us just not being used to each throwing release? Probably, but still. Got to blame someone. And we're in trouble here. That's one of the big downfalls of having a guy like Donnelly who can't run. when you get in trouble, which you will with this offensive line a lot, you have nowhere to go. There's nothing you can do. As you want to at least give him a chance, which you do give him a chance. And if Steffens would have caught that, I would have inducted him into the Hall of Fame myself right now. Instead, it's an incompletion. It's a choke. It is a lot of question marks at quarterback. We lose the game 29-21, but the worst part is there's not a single player that looks better than the others. To me, there's not a single quarterback that looked better than another. Like, let's actually take a look at these quarterback numbers. So DTR statistically was probably the best, right? But there's a lot of short throws in there. You look at the actual passer rating. Donnelly, we had a couple of forces near the end that made him look worse. Willis threw 2 picks. I mean, none of those picks are really on these guys, but I suppose you kind of have to look at that a little bit. I mean, they're all going to stick on the roster, I think, for another game, but I'm really going to need to see something. Because as of right now, I have nothing to go off of. I really don't. I don't know what to do. So, yeah, hopefully Game 2 shows us a little bit more. And then defensively, we've seen a couple plays in there. I mean, I think the linebackers are all what we thought they were. Noah Sewell is a great player. It's just he's just too slow. He's just not that guy when it comes to that speed. But, on those run stops, run fronts, sure, yeah, he'll be out there. When we, it's near the goal line, we need a tackle, sure, he'll be out there. But middle of the field, we need to stop. And we know they're passing the ball. I don't know how I justify him being out there over, Paul, Martin, way faster players that can actually stick to someone if they need to, which they will need to. We have Trice now. He's been getting a couple of upgrades. 2-to-man coverage puts him at 73-man and zone. Then we have Jalen Millero with another upgrade. This is a guy that, I mean, there's a lot of upside with that athleticism, right? But that accuracy. 2 to medium, 1 to short. Puts him at 74 medium, 70 short. But that is really tough. I mean, that is a quarterback that is going to be missing a lot of throws for you. And then, of course, Matt Fant. No scheme fit even with the man-to-man. A lot of times man-to-man will give you some zone, but not this time. 67-man, 69 zone. As we had to, once again, week 2 with just as many questions as we do answers. Got a couple of storylines. Probably going to be trying to predict how the season will go. I'm really not, but let's do it. Position battles. If it's the tight end, that's going to be the easiest thing in the world because, yeah, Godson's gone. That guy was kind of cooking, but Simon, I mean, he's okay for a couple of catches here or there, but he cannot stretch the field like Swain. Yeah, I knew it was going to be there. Most catches, most yards. I guess most yards. See, this is a really dumb thing to do because Simon's going to play way more than Swain, right? We only have 2 tight ends on the roster right now with Gadsden being hurt. I assume he's hurt at least. I don't remember actually seeing an injury report. Yeah, he doesn't even have an injury. Okay, so maybe we're screwed either way, but I suppose we'll at least have some variety at tight end, have a chance with Swain. And then we have this press conference, which, I mean, imagine it's going to be like, hey, what do you think is going to go on this year? Quick question about inside linebacker. I mean, he's been great in coverage. Let's get that coverage up. Zone coverage. 2 to zone. Sweet. This coverage does suck, so that is helpful. As we are going to be taking on the Scottsdale Blaze, who are 1-0. And we're going to be rolling Donnelly out there at QB1. For some odd reason, Michael Turk has 2 upgrade points. I have no idea why, but sure, we'll take them. Why not? As he gets 1 accuracy. Kick power is actually doable, I'm pretty sure, but still also rather rare. And there it is. Okay, never mind, not that rare. 95 kick power, 73 accuracy. It's not bad. And here we are on the road in Arizona, taking on the Blaze, who definitely have a pretty good cornerback room. They got Sauce freaking Gardner there. Going to be a little worried about that one, as we're going to be testing them out with these quarterbacks. I'm really hoping somebody just plays really good or really badly, because as of right now, we're looking at 6 starting quarterbacks, and I have no idea who we got to cut. Also, strangely enough, this is the team that actually took Michael Tull 2. I think it was 2 overall. Yet they're going to be starting Murray, and that is a very wide lane all the way to the 36 for Algier, who I think, imagine, found a new team. They are now at the 16-yard line, looking to try and convert here, and on 3rd and inches, they will be stopped short. Bucky Irving, you would have thought he would have been the starter still, gets stopped by Nick Martin, which they're actually going to go for it. I do understand, but at the same time, I do believe in our chances of getting the stop here. False start? No. We're really not built for this, but we're bringing the blitz, and hopefully we get there in time. And we're on this. And he's got all day to throw and somehow holds on after the very tough contact and will convert. Not sure what you want us to do there. That is a successful kick. As of right now, the return men, you're looking at Weeks and Kincaid. Weeks obviously very fast, similar to Stevens or Steffens. And also apparently it's Milrow we're starting, not actually Donnelly. Fair enough. Tight end, that's a tough throw. A little behind him. It's not a bad throw. That's a good throw. Tough ball, the nail, and, you know, you got guys coming after you. It's not easy. And that, I don't know if it's a legal man downfield or PI. I'd imagine ineligible, though. And it is. I mean, we instantly threw that, and he still got all, you know, way up the field. Suppose arguably a blessing in disguise since they do accept it, giving us another chance here. As we're going to take a quick throw to the tight end. That's not a good throw, I will admit. 7 yards, great catch from Swain. But admittedly, very behind him. Need that out in front of him on a drag. That's a tough throw, and that's just another high ball. I get it. The pressure's there. But at the same time, that ball is not good. Right, 34 on defense. Tull is in there. Is that Carpenter going against freaking Godwin? And that's great coverage. Good job by Corey Trice forcing a field goal. And that is now Donnelly's turn to come on into the field. I didn't love Milrow's performance there, I can't lie. It's a tough throw. It's behind him, but Wayne will catch it and turn it into about 13. Great play by the receiver. Wide receiver under. We had a couple looks with this. Actually scored a touchdown on that out. That is a wide open Wayne, who I'm not sure why he caught it like that. Went aggressive just to make sure he'd use his frame on it, but he did not need to like go that wild, but he did. It's a wide open drag. It's on the money. It's not a hard throw, but it's still something you want to be hit. Got that play action crosser with Weeks. And it's a tough throw, and it is pretty damn good. It's past the defenders underneath the defenders over top. It's a catchable ball, and it's pretty good. It's a tough one to the corner, a little behind him. Almost picked off the deflection. Saw the guy step up, was thinking, okay, steps up, we're going to take that shot. Not taking the underneath, screw it. Zig throws it behind him, and because of it, it's dropped. I will say, though, Steffens caught multiple that were worse than that, so Weeks isn't doing himself any favors in general, I will say, as Marset turns a 3rd and 10 into 4th and inches with a quick reaction. Donnelly doing a good job. Not a great job, but a good job. Scattaboo not getting much play time in this preseason, but he'll get his chance here and there as he runs it all the way down to the 1. Let me go back to this slant flat, which we actually looked at in the goal line before. And trying to do what all the other mobile quarterbacks do. Enough speed to kind of get out there for a moment, but definitely not enough to, like, roll out of a deadly situation, you know? We could obviously run it, but looking for the throw, try to get a passing touchdown in there, which we do. Wayne with the score. And they get a score just like that. I mean, I was looking for a 3rd down. They just never got to it. We're going to see Parrish, who probably will get another chance in the 3rd quarter, unless he just scores. You know, if he scores on this, I don't need to see him anymore then. Just take the underneath to Broden, who once again, I mean, just, I don't know who is the quarterback right now. Parrish didn't really get much of a chance to play, but that throw, I mean, even though it's an easy one, looked like every other throw we've had. That ball is a little bit further out there than I'd like, but he got the ball out there quick. Got high-low. See if Wayne wants to get deep. It's a tough throw. It is a little overthrown, but considering, it's not bad. And what we're considering is that our offensive line died again. If you were wondering what we were considering. Everyone block. We're going to look for Broden on the out. It's a tough throw, and he hits it. Just a drop pass by Weeks, who's just really not doing himself any favors. Steffens, as of right now, if the regular season rolled around, would be wide receiver 3. We have no choice but to go to Broden. They're not going to give us a look. 4 in the 4. I'm going to call a timeout here. I think you're in a spot where, you know, you can't really punt it. At the 42, it feels weird. Broden's wide open. Hits the throw. Barely caught the damn thing. Like, now even Parrish, who seemed like a throwaway, no chance to win the starting job quarterback, is dealing. And we're going to have to take that underneath as much as I want. Wow, what a terrible throw, but even worse catch. Do we have time to quick look this? Probably not, right? We're still going to try, though. And wow, we barely even get that ball off. Insta-death. All right, we did get ourselves a score with that drive from Parrish. Now the second half starts, and it's DTR back in the lineup. And to the outside, it's a pretty good throw. You want that, you know, far out there. You don't want your that guy breaking on it, you know. Can't even throw that off to the running back. This offensive line sucks. How many of them are even backups? All of them? Fashion is not. Tell you that much. That is a tough one. Not really even an open look, but one-on-one, I've taken the shot. Didn't really have the vision to see anything else there. Deep over the middle, and that is a pretty unforgivable ball. Even though, you know, it's 4th and 10, I kind of want our guy to give himself a chance to redeem himself here. That's okay. And I got to say, Smith-Marsette might have just saved DTR's job. He might have just saved him from being released off the team. Wow, what a catch. And that ball is another underthrown ball. The silver lining for DTR is that every quarterback has thrown the ball under. No one can lead the ball. And this is where maybe you make some money if you're DTR, and unfortunately can't get that ball up there. One thing I'll say for certain, this team is not looking good as a whole. Oh my God, it's like, are we running a screen pass? And then DTR showing off exactly why we focus on those mobile quarterbacks. Donnelly, the drive is over. DTR, he scrambles out for the first down. Quick throw in there. Simon in for the touchdown. Okay, yeah. Smith-Marsette saved his job. I don't know if that's good enough to make the roster, but it's definitely good enough to not be cut right now. This is the closest I've seen a 3rd and 1 in a while. It really is. Like a 3rd down at all. 3rd and 1. Tull, the rookie. Even he's eating us up. And to the outside, he holds on. That's going to be a touchdown drive. Again, I don't know what to do. Like right now, I think all quarterbacks, maybe Jalen Milroe is a bit off. I think they're all good enough to last another week. So that's 4 quarterbacks moving along. You know what I mean? 4 quarterbacks moving along as Smith-Marsette is trying to find his way back as a slot receiver as well. But 4 quarterbacks moving along out of 6. I don't even want 4 quarterbacks. And I have 6 of them they have to decide between. And that ball is terrible. Now, the underthrownness to be picked, that might have been a bad decision, but that ball would not have gotten to the receiver. I'll tell you that much. I will tell you that much. I will say that Malik Willis is going to really have to hope that he gets another chance at the ball here, because I didn't love him in the first game, and obviously I'm not super loving him in this one. All right, Malik Willis is going to get another chance. I don't know if McCarron's going to get a shot this game. I need Malik. I need to see Malik again. That's a great throw while pressured. Steffens, good play. I would love to see McCarron here as well, though. Now by 14, you got to make something happen. It's a tough throw, but you got to make it. And it's a great throw. I need Malik Willis to just make a mistake. Otherwise, I'm not sure what I do here. And then we just can't get that receiver, Steffens, to go upfield. There's nothing I could have done. And we're pretty lucky, honestly, that we got his. We threw because that would have been a pick. And we can't get that ball off. Just trying to find someone open. Nobody really open there. 3rd and 10. Try to set something up if we can. And we just can't. Line just not giving us a chance. 2-minute warning. I mean, you know, DTR played for his job. He made a freaking play to extend the drive that I really didn't expect us to extend. It's up to Willis to do the exact same thing now. Get the extra blocks in there, see what we can do. And it's going to be nothing because 6 can't block 4. Was that even 4? It might have been 3. I mean, we're talking about it was 4, but we're talking about this quarterback position because it is a problem. But this offensive line problem is astronomically worse. And yeah, McCarron will not get a chance to start here. If I had to say right now, McCarron, Willis, and Milroe missed the roster. I really got to say, as of right now, that's where we stand. Of course, the Blaze had no issue. They had no issue at all. And here we are. Donnelly was good. Pierce was all right. And then DTR was obviously solid. Just, a couple incompletions. But overall, Willis, Milroe, and then obviously McCarron didn't have a chance. So it's kind of hard to judge him. But just by default, that happens. A lot of times in preseason, number 3, number 4 don't even get a chance to throw a ball. And they just don't even, they never even really had a look. It's practice is also giving you a good idea of who should stay and who shouldn't. Fashanu, just like everyone on this roster, needing some upgrade points. This offensive line's so bad. It is genuinely so bad. I really wish we got Joel Bitonio. That would have helped so much. Even just as like a bridge lineman. I mean, he's more than a bridge lineman. He's a great starter, but just to even, help the guys behind him, man, because this line is atrocious as we head on to the final game against the Chupacabra Arctic Bears. All right, the final game preseason. Do we even have a home game? I don't remember, but we're wearing the home uniforms anyways because their home used to look like away regardless, so we'll have to see. Yeah, I think McCarron's going to be our starting quarterback to get this thing going. But we also have an extra 2 minutes on the clock because we need all the time we can get. I really genuinely can't tell. There is not a single quarterback that I think is even a notch above another player right now. And we've got not a penalty. I think that's a turnover. I'm not sure who forced it, but yeah, I think that was a turnover, and rightfully so. It was actually an interception, fumble, something like that. Play action McCarron is going to be the quarterback like we said. I mean, we're also struggling to just get, and he gets, Weeks drops it. He gets the ball up there. It says it's a bad throw, but it is factually on the money. And it doesn't happen. And that is overthrown. Okay, McCarron's not looking good. Those are passes that need to be completed. Like, that is just a wide open guy for potentially a touchdown. Not even potential. That's a factual touchdown if he gets that ball there. I'm going to throw quickly to tight end, who is not going to be able to reach over and save the drive, okay? I'm not saying that's enough to call McCarron out, but I think everyone else has done enough to where that bad of a throw with a relatively clean pocket is going to just be it for him. Personally, unfortunately, I think that's just going to be it. Coming in as QB 5/6 in general, you're not doing yourselves any favors when you actually do come in and you just don't look great. Try to swat, can't get it, and a drop pass from Jacobs, I believe. Now that is a bigger shock than our guys missing the throws they've missed so far. That's actually insane. As we will give Kincaid, the running back, a chance in the return. Haven't really seen anything special from any return man, punt or kick. All right, Milroe is out there. Not a huge fan of everything we've seen from Milroe either. So we're going to throw this to the tight end, who will get enough. Don't know how Godson's not dead. Broken whatever the hell it was. Broken thumb? I don't know. Either way, just somehow still alive, somehow kicking. In behind the defense. It's a really good throw, and Swain showing off that speed to the 33. He's really kind of kicked it up a little bit here. It's a good throw past the linebacker, I think it was. I like it. And over the middle, it's another really good throw. Wayne to the 20. I mean, these are some tough passes. Give him some credit. Up until this point, he really hasn't shown great promise. And that, I mean, it's out in front of him enough to where he doesn't have to spin to catch it. It is statistically behind him. Analytically behind him. But good enough. And that's a quick throw in, and that's a touchdown that's missed. See, it's just like stuff like that. We've seen that from almost everyone so far. Like, who is separating themselves from the rest of the group? I mean, this is how you separate yourself from the rest of the group. And, I mean, yeah, touchdown Milroe on the ground. The problem with that, though, is unless you're Donnelly or McCarron, every one of them can do that. Martin, really good coverage there, and that will be a throwaway on 3rd and 10. Wow. All right, we got Donnelly out here. Play action, usually not a good sign for us. And that would maybe have been a touchdown. That's a really tough anticipatory throw, but still, if completed, that is a touchdown, I would imagine, or very close to it. And we just don't have the time to throw it. They got some pretty good step-ins. Still not a great look for Donnelly, regardless of the point. Zig from Weeks. Broden wide open. It's out in front of him. Gets the catch. First down. Keeps the drive alive. Again, Donnelly, McCarron, I think, might be the two most accurate guys on the team, but they're also the two slowest, which is going to hurt, you know? And that is a good enough throw to Wayne. Gets it to the 47. I think from what I've seen here, if Donnelly completes his drive with a touchdown, he locks himself in on the roster. Where? I'm not sure. And we just don't have time to throw. I mean, we have time to throw. We just don't have anyone open, I should say. I think Donnelly's been just accurate enough to, you know, give you that. Okay, well, even if he's number 3, he's going to be on the roster. And that is really good defense by the linebacker. It's a good throw, though. Just unfortunately, they saw that coming. Screen pass, I mean, I'm not really sure what this proves, but sure. Shows off enough speed to get out there, which you pretty much need to do every time on a screen pass for us. You pretty much have to roll out every time. Donnelly's still out there, so are all the starters. Weeks, that is out in front of him. Gets a really good block from Swain. Weeks might not be consistent at catching, but man, showing off that speed to the 10. On the money, we've seen a lot of throws behind them, no matter who the QB is, even Donnelly himself. So it's good to see that completed. It's a tough throw. It is in there. It's an amazing catch by Wayne, who once again proves why I was fine with not really taking a QB that high. I think we've got some X-type receivers out here on this team already. And that is just an untimely bump, but factually a bad throw, technically speaking. Don't I keep saying factually and statistically and all that, but we will get a touchdown to Swain, who is just showing that he, assuming he stays healthy, will be massive for us. But there you have it. One of the 3 quarterbacks making the roster for the regular season. Quarterback number 14, Donnelly. And, oh, there goes Jacobs. Oh, my. Who was the other guy that dropped the ball then? It wasn't Jacobs, I don't think. Team is actually able to get a stop, which is pretty nice. We have Parrish out here, who I don't want to, like, spoil anything, but isn't looking super promising, although that's a great throw. Oh, my. This team, I really don't know what the hell to do with them. I just don't. They're on that. Do get a pretty good block, and that is out in front of them. Say what you will, we've seen a lot of underthrown balls on that. Parrish has played probably the least of anyone, right up there with McCarron yet. He's made some plays. Should have probably taken that shot. And Parrish, not that fast, but fast enough. Giving me Manziel vibes. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. I dare you. I dare you to call me crazy. I think there's something there with that. Maybe the alcoholism. I don't freaking know. And the confidence is bad throw power, but good throw. There's no way Donnelly and Parrish are going to be our 2 of 3 quarterbacks, right? But we have money tied in with the other QBs, DTR, Milrow, and Willis. There's no way. There's no actual way. Yeah, I was going to high point that. I just screw it, give Broden a chance. Probably for the best, though. Probably for the best. Parrish on the play action. If he hits that. Oh, it's behind. It's ill-advised. I don't think anyone on this team is making that throw, but still, it was a test. And they do get a scoring drive. No chance for us to stop. 1:10 in the second. We are calling upon Malik Willis, the oldest of the bunch. And that throw is pretty on the money. Great timing, anticipatory. It's great. It's so hard to not find a spot on this team for Willis, no? It is really tough. And we can't get it to Broden because we just don't have the time. It is really hard to evaluate the quarterback position when your offensive line sucks and your receivers are really struggling to get open in a timely manner. It's a bad throw by us. Bad decision. Scattaboo trying to get out there. Shaq Thompson's having a day. Say what you will about Willis. You know, it's all bad decisions, not bad throws, but he does have by far the most interceptions in preseason. This ball is behind, as it has been all preseason long from every quarterback. DTR, of course, coming into the starting lineup. Man, I wish you would have went for Carter, dude. And that ball is caught by Broden. Good throw, good catch. Weeks down the field. See the safety wants to take someone else out. And we just kind of forced that one out there in some trouble. Play action read. We almost never have time to throw. This will be on our best behavior watching. And, yep, every time, man, the play action. Offensive line just can't get a block. Like, it's actually crazy how little they block for. They block for 2 milliseconds. And again, off the edge. Oh, my. I mean, they're just not even, like, he's literally, Falele is just maybe the worst decision we ever made. We might have to move Manu back to tackle and Falele as a guard because he is just getting cooked. He is getting absolutely cooked. All right, start of the second half, and guess who? Back to Milrow. Let's see what the O-line change if we actually get some time to throw this. Not much, but it's still better than none. Under pressure, just completely whiffs. So play action, basically, in general, no matter what, is dead. We cannot run play action at all. Bad throw, but Swain, just such an athlete, makes a play on it. All right, see, Wayne, there's no way Milrow is just like a 2-year 6 and we just don't even keep him. I don't know what Scadaboo's doing, but running the deepest route of all time, I think, is the answer. 4th and 2. I'm genuinely getting a headache trying to figure out who is the guy. And that's a good throw. Wayne with a great play on it. Great juke move after the catch. I mean, there's one thing that's certain. Jared Wayne and Tyrone Broden are wide receiver 1 and 2. Wide receiver 3, I think, might be Steffens. Just a terrible throw again, mind you. I mean, unless I'm just, like, whiffing in my mind, am I not stepping into the pass? I think I am. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why he's spinning, by the way. But sure. Boot leak, a lot of times these are over the line of scrimmage type plays. And there goes a good throw to Wayne down to the 1. What I was trying to say is a lot of times the O-line will just run upfield and you lose it. Swain will be wide open on this drag. I just know it. Maybe not wide open, but that's a really good throw. Okay, Milrow's, back in the conversation. That's a good drive. And they get another touchdown drive. Don't even ever get to third down. Not even once. Not even a 3rd and inches. I'm begging to come out on 3rd and inches. We're going to have Parrish back out here. I got to say, there's a very good chance Malik Willis is not on our roster. A little behind him there coming into this regular season. I think while a lot of it has been bad decisions, statistically has the most picks. And it is a factor. And we just can't get that ball off. Then I will say, when you come out with, a throw every single down, it's not going to help because the AI is going to start picking up on that, I think. And we're going to roll out with Parrish, who is just once again showing that it is hard to make this roster without speed, yet Donnelly has done it. I don't know if he's going to be QB1, but he's definitely one of the 3. And I think Milrow might have done just enough with that athleticism in mind as well to be in the top 3 as well. Read option with Parrish. And Ali actually turns that into almost a first down. A little surprised by that. Drag her out to the tight end. Deep look to Broden. And just once again, just no time to throw. I mean, I get this backup sprinkled in, but man, can we do a little better? And that is a bad throw. I mean, Wayne's got to do better to try to get to that, but I think that's enough for Parrish to also be ruled out. It's not even necessarily his fault. It's just I think the other guys have looked a little better. Hey, Ransom with a pick. There you go. All right, back to DTR. So I think Willis and McCarron, and Parrish, maybe? I don't even know. Are gone? I think that's pretty much that. DTR and Willis, maybe we'll give Willis another shot here, but I think that's what the starting lineup projects to be. And I got to say, DTR is not making a good case for himself with a throw like that. Their biggest knock on Willis is that he, threw a lot of picks, which almost all of them were bad, decisions. And that's another bad throw, but Gadsden catches it because he's got so much space. Again, though, was that a bad throw or was that the game saying it was a bad throw? I don't know. Horton to the corner. That is a good throw out in front of him. Steffens to the 20. I don't think Weeks was necessarily bad. I just think Steffens was better. So Steffens, Marset, Weeks is going to be how our wide receivers go. And Horton, oh my God, it's a terrible throw. Horton's a big guy that we just don't have room for. He'll be on the roster. He just won't be one of the starters. He'll be number 1 or number 2 whenever, if 1 or 2 on our team does get hurt. It's just, he obviously doesn't really fit in the slot. That's a tough throw. And unfortunately dropped by Marset. It's on the money, but we had to roll out to buy time. Let's see if Kincaid wants to get through for a first down. Not by a lot, but enough. Yeah, I gotta say, now DTR is giving me concerns. Like, is he even a guy on the team? And that is a touchdown overthrown. Put a little bit of a touch on it, and it's just gone. That time very out in front of him, which we love to see, to the 5. You got a read and react type of play here. I mean, that's how all passing plays are, but more than ever. And we reacted late, but we did read it. Touchdown, Marset. And could you ask for a more dramatic way to finish it? Willis is out here, all side up, 2-2-2 in the freaking 4th. I mean, that's a pretty good throw. Smith-Marset won't catch it. That's a really good throw, though. But yeah, everything on the line. Let's see what we can deliver. And he does sit down on it. To the 28, 3rd and 2, 2-minute warning. This is definitely the most invested I've ever been in a preseason game. Like genuinely, most of the time, that's a bad decision by us. Great catch by, who's that, Steffens? Most of the time when we do preseason, being transparent with you, I'm doing it just to go through the motions. I already kind of know who I want. I know who's going to be the best. This one I've been very invested in, and that's a great throw by Willis. Damn. Like, I really don't know what to do. Like, I've got 2 guys for sure. I'm kind of thinking of DTR, Willis. Maybe you do put out 4 quarterbacks. But even if you do, who do you start? Like, who is the starter of the bunch? As of right now, I think Donnelly? Maybe? It's tough. Another play action, which never goes well for us. That's a good throw. It's going to be a tough one for Godson to catch on to, but it's a good throw. 3rd and 3. Part of me wants this kick to actually be a distance one and let the rookie try and win it. Good release. Great throw. Steffens, if he would have broke that tackle, that would have been insane. He did look like he was going to, though, right? He felt like he was. I mean, I don't know. I know we don't need to throw the shot, but I still want to throw it. Just want to test Willis here. That's a great throw to Gadsden, who will score, I think. All the way down for a touchdown. Man, I don't know. I think if you're not running 4, Willis might have just beat DTR there. And that will end it, 35-28. We get a victory to end it. Willis with a clutch drive to make it more memorable, too. I can't remember. Was it DTR that got saved by Smith-Marset to even have a chance to run it this deep? I don't know. The one thing about Willis, though, is his stat line was the worst out of any preseason quarterback by far. It's just so many of those were because of bad decisions. I don't know. I don't know what you do with that knowledge. Milroe, Donnelly, Willis, DTR, you run 4? You run 4, and then Donnelly, Milroe are your top 2? I mean, I guess. I think that's the way we're going to roll it. And I do apologize for being probably super annoying, constantly mentioning. I don't know. Is it going to be them? Maybe it's this guy. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Question mark? So, I'm going to try to... Oh, my God. Look at that. I'm going to try to edit out as much of that as I can. 6 to block shed, though. Like, these upgrades, I got to chill. And I can't do anything about it. You know, it's not like we're cheesing finesse. I genuinely want finesse upgrades because he's a finesse guy. You know, if that was happening for DT or, you know, a different edge rusher who's power and we're just doing it to try to cheese it, okay, yeah, let's chill. But no, I need finesse upgrades because he's a finesse type player. They got to chill with those. That needs to be toned down a little bit. You know, it's by far the most egregious as well. Wide receiver with playmaker, definitely up there too, but not even remotely close. Like, it really just isn't. And then we have one more upgrade, Giovanni Manu. I mean, I don't want to give up draft picks, but there's an argument to be made that this is not an NFL-ready offensive line, and it doesn't matter who QB1 is because they're going to die. Do you try to make a trade for a veteran? Possibly. Let's clear this roster down to 53 and show you the starting lineup. And here it is, the roster for Season 2, to start Season 2, Week 1 of Season 2. Is going to be this. It obviously still looks like a work in progress because it is a work in progress. How long will guys like Donnelly, be starting? I don't know. It might be Milroe. Then it might be back to Willis. Then it might be back to DTR. And by then it's 4-13 season. Or maybe Donnelly's the guy. Or maybe Milroe's the guy. Or maybe Willis is a little bit better with a slightly better team around, a better tight end. I don't know. Defensively, still a lot of concerns. The DTs specifically. Corner's definitely up there. Is Fant the number 2? Maybe. For right now, not so much, but maybe. I really like Trice. I don't love the development chance of him, even though he started Ev, he's already 25. But yeah, this is what the roster looks like for week 1 of Season 2. I think it was a long process. Preseason was more active than it's ever been. It's been more... I paid attention to it more than ever. Really on offense specifically, and I think we did as well as we could at the quarterback position for scouting that out. And with that being said, I can't wait till next episode, and hopefully you can't either. If you guys enjoy this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I appreciate getting support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PKR Plays for non-Madden content. And again, I don't think there's going to be a like goal, but I'd appreciate likes. Why not? And it helps get the series out there. More people watching. More people watching means more dedication to it, I suppose. Regardless, though, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. And again, shout out to all the members. You got, new members coming in, old members coming out for a little bit. Welcome back, I should say, Caleb, joining back to the member squad. Appreciate you a ton. Also, a bunch of brand new members. Appreciate you all a ton. Appreciate all the members in general. If you're not a member already, thinking about becoming one, click the join button next to the subscribe button. All the details will be in there. We do a monthly members only rebuild. On the 15th of every month, we did a wild celebrities one recently. So check that out if you're already a member or you're thinking about becoming one. Check it out when you become one. Regardless, member or not, though, appreciate you all for watching and see ya.